What's up? This is Michael Rapaport. You are now listening to a brand new big body, hard body karate I Am Rapaport stereo podcast. Oh, this is a good one. On today's episode, we have a sick fuck of the week from Miami who was arrested with not one, not two, not three, but 4 watches in her vagina. That's right. A sick fuck of the week in Florida was arrested with 4 watches in her vagina. We're talking James Harden. We're talking Kyrie Irving. And are the Celtics better off without Kyrie Irving? Plus, 4-time world champion Adrien Broner. I was just talking about this dude, Adrien Broner, about billions, is rocking with me on the I Am Rapaport stereo podcast, getting ready for his fight against Manny Pacquiao on Saturday, January 19th. And then, can't stop, won't stop, Washington Redskins tight end, one of the best to ever do it. I think this guy will be in the Hall of Fame. Vernon Davis is with me on the I Am Rapaport stereo podcast, giving his playoff predictions, talks playing with Colin Kaepernick, his interpretation of the famous Mike Singletary rant about him, and so much more with tight end of the Washington Redskins, Vernon Davis. This is a big body, smash mouth I Am Rapaport stereo podcast. Miles, Jordan, give me something real nice, something real proper, but most importantly, give me something real funky. Let's go. All right, brand new I Am Rapaport stereo podcast. Woo! It's still raining in Los Angeles, California. I don't know where all of you listeners are, but in Los Angeles, California, where I have been for the last few days, this is perfect podcasting weather. It's raining. We are bunkered down out here because, as I said before, when it rains in Southern California, when it rains in Los Angeles, people lose their minds. So I'm excited to get going because it is a shitstorm out here in Los Angeles, California. There's so much to discuss. I'm very excited about this episode. This is a jam-packed I Am Rapaport stereo podcast. As I said earlier, we have one of the greatest shit talkers in modern day sports history, a guy I've been very critical of. Met him one time. He knew that I was a shit talker, knew that I shit talked about him. Adrien Broner, who is getting ready to fight Manny Pacquiao tomorrow night on Showtime pay-per-view. They are going to throw down. Okay, I think this is going to be a very exciting, very good fight. I was talking about it the other day. I did not know that we were going to get AB about billions, sometimes about bullshit, on the I Am Rapaport stereo podcast. But he is with me. Talk about the fight, talk about Muhammad Ali, talk about a bunch of good things. Trust me. It's a very good interview. Short but sweet with Adrien Broner. Then later on in the show, NFL All-Pro, played with Colin Kaepernick with the 49ers. If you follow the NFL, if you know the NFL, this man needs no introduction. He's becoming one of these ageless wonders in the NFL. Vernon Davis of the Washington Redskins, former San Francisco 49er, former Denver Bronco, and now he is with the Redskins. He keeps doing his thing. Very interesting interview, playoff preview, some of his greatest moments, some of his greatest highs, some of his hardest hits that he's dealt with, playing against Ray Lewis, playing with Colin Kaepernick, and playing with Mark Sanchez this year. Great interview with Vernon Davis. But like I mentioned earlier, it is the greatest of all time's birthday. Muhammad Ali, January 17th. The birth date of Muhammad Ali. And I got to be honest, I spent a little part of the day on the champ's birthday just reflecting. The greatest of all time was born on January 17, 1942. Obviously, he passed away. I know I've talked about him a lot in my book that I had the pleasure of writing. There's a chapter in there about when I met Ali. He's been a part of of my life since I can remember. In the 70s, I was born in 1970. Muhammad Ali was everywhere. He was a star amongst all the stars. He was the greatest of all time. He was beloved in my home. My father loved him. I loved him. My brother loved him. We'd go to the fights. We'd go watch them in pay-per-view. I cried when he fought Larry Holmes. I went to Radio City Music Hall. This is before pay-per-view was available at the house. You had to go out to like a movie theater or like a hall or a screening room. I remember going to see Ali fight Larry Holmes in Radio City Music Hall. And when they were about to end the fight, I started crying. And my father, walked us out of the arena, walked us out of the building of Radio City Music Hall. My son's middle name is Ali. I just love him so much. And the thing I was thinking about on his birthday is a person that I met once in passing, very quickly. But it's crazy because I feel like he's a genuine part of my family or something. Like I have like genuine love and affection for Muhammad Ali. And the reflection that I had on his birthday, it just seems so real. And there's so few people in the world that I can say that I never met that have affected me in such a deep, loving, caring way like Muhammad Ali, like a celebrity. I don't know this guy, but he just has been with me my whole life in a weird way. So the greatest of all time, the true greatest of all time. He coined the fucking phrase, the greatest of all time. That term is thrown around so much, the GOAT. Who's the GOAT of the NBA? Who's the GOAT rapper? There's only one true blue greatest of all time, and it is Muhammad Ali. So happy birthday to the champ, the greatest of all time. I talk about being the champ, the champion of podcasting, champ this, champ that, champ shit. There's only one person who no one can dispute is the champion of all champions, and it is Muhammad Ali, the greatest of all time, the champ. So happy, beautiful birthday to Muhammad Ali. And, shit, what more can I say about this guy? I love him so much. Another champion who is back on the courts, Serena Williams, is playing in the third round of the Australian Open. Early still. She's back. This is the tournament that she won while she was pregnant. The last major tournament she won while she was pregnant before she had her baby. She's been fighting back to get back to the number one spot. There's not a lot of coverage of the early rounds of the Australian Open, nor should there be. It's Australia. The time is all screwed up. No one really cares until it gets later in it. But my girl, Serena Williams, I fucking love her. Talk about a champ. Talk about someone who just conjures up and feelings and emotions and height of all things I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast. Serena Williams is back, and I hope she wins this tournament. I want her to start racking up wins for the second half of her career, or the second half of her career being a mother. And what a better way to do it in the tournament. The last tournament she won while she was fucking pregnant. She won the Australian Open while she was pregnant. She knew she was pregnant, like 6 weeks pregnant. Yes, that's not 6 months pregnant, but she was 6 weeks pregnant, kicking ass. So she made it to the third round. I will be keeping you posted. Obviously, you could follow the Australian Open easily. She came out looking fantastic. My wife knows I love Serena Williams. I love her. I adore her. But it's not even like a romantic love. I just love her. I love her ass kicking, smash mouth tennis. But she came out, they banned the cat suit. She had like a cat suit, shorts cat suit. Looking fantastic in the first 2 rounds. So let's fucking go, Serena. I'll follow that up with another champion. I said the other day, my name is Michael Rapaport, a.k.a. the Gringo Mandingo, a.k.a. the White Chocolatito, a.k.a. the Jake LaMotta of Podcasting, a.k.a. the Segue King. Betty White started with Muhammad Ali, segued to Serena Williams, and here we are with Betty White. Betty White, she's still alive and kicking. 97 years old, Betty fucking White. Her birthday was also on January 17th. She is 97 years old, so salute the one and only Betty White. She can't stop, won't stop. Now, we haven't discussed the skinnyjeanification of the NBA recently. But a ground-shaking skinnyjeanification moment of the NBA happened. And it unfortunately happened the other day with one of my favorite players and one of everybody's favorite players in the NBA. Now, the skinnyjeanification of the NBA is all things that are like just too much. TMI, whining, complaining, flopping, celebrating dunks that don't go in, celebrating moves that are great, but you don't accomplish the most important thing, making the basket. All this sort of just, hoity-toity shit with the NBA. Kyrie Irving is one of my favorite players. He's one of everybody's favorite players. How could you not like the way Kyrie Irving plays? He's ridiculous. He's just truly a magician with the ball. Like, it's beautiful to watch him handle the ball, fuck with him since Duke. And I hate to say this because his godfather is Rod Strickland. I hate to do this. Rod Strickland's one of my favorite players to ever play the game. Kyrie is one of my favorite players currently. I fuck with Kyrie. But I'm going to have to finally say that Kyrie, you need to hold your fucking head, Duke. I held back a little bit last year when the Boston Celtics went on a run and took the Cleveland Cavaliers to the 7th game of the Eastern Conference Finals, and you weren't there on the bench for a couple of games. You weren't there on the bench for Game 7. It was reported, quote-unquote, bullshit that you had gotten a surgical procedure. This is all bullshit. You just didn't want to be there. Okay? I didn't really say shit when you left Cleveland because I was like, fuck LeBron, do your thing. I didn't really say shit when a couple of days ago you talk shit about your current Boston Celtics, who, in my opinion, at this point, have suffered because of you. What does that mean? I don't think Kyrie Irving is a player that necessarily makes people around him better. He threw his teammates under the bus a couple of days ago. I don't fact check here at the I AM Rapaport Stereo Podcast. I might start using my Alexa to fact check for me on air at the I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast. You know Alexa? That's like a fact-checking machine. But he wasn't playing. The Celtics have been, stumbling a little bit. With Kyrie, healthy most of the season. Jayson Tatum, in my opinion, is taking a little bit of a step back. Obviously, Terry Rozier is coming off the bench. Jaylen Brown, a little bit of a step back because we have to sit there and watch Kyrie do his thing, which is magical, which is great. He's a fucking winner. He won the series for the Cavaliers versus the Warriors in the famous 3-1, whatever. But Kyrie, you were just talking shit about your team. Your team is struggling a little bit. And obviously one of the things that you learn from playing with LeBron James is how to throw your teammates under the bus to the media. And this is why you get the skinnyjeanification moment of the week here on the I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast. I don't know what even conjured up this fucking guy getting in front of all the news reporters talking about, I called LeBron and I apologized to LeBron about the way I acted and blah. Listen, all that's well and good. I don't have a problem with you talking to LeBron and apologizing to LeBron about the way you might have acted in Cleveland. It's all cryptic anyway. Okay, because you're saying something, but you're not really saying it. And if you're going to say it, let's say the whole thing. But why are you telling us this? Why are you talking to LeBron James now during the regular season? And why are you talking to LeBron James now during the regular season and then telling everybody about it? The world ain't flat, Duke. You talking that world is flat shit, the earth is flat and all that shit. The earth ain't flat, Duke. And why the fuck you talking to LeBron James? You should be thinking about how to bust his ass. Okay? You should be talking to your teammates. You should be taking your teammates out to dinner. You're supposed to be the leader of the team. LeBron James, at least when he was in Cleveland, he'd post pictures out for like a little dinner, a little wine tasting party and all that shit. Why are you talking about your personal shit? See, there's no mystique with these fucking guys. Did you play the clip, Miles?
I'll tell you one thing, and obviously this is something that it was a big deal for me because I had to call Bron, and tell him, like, I apologize for being that young player that wanted to everything at his fingertips, and I wanted everything to be at, my threshold. I wanted to be the guy that led us to championship. I wanted to be the leader. I wanted to be all that, and the responsibility of being the best player in the world and leading a team is something that's not meant for many people. And Bron was one of those guys that came to Cleveland and tried to really show us what it's like to win a championship, and it was hard for him. And sometimes getting the most out of the group, it's not the easiest thing in the world. And like I said, only few are meant for it or chosen for it. And, I feel like the best person to call was him because, he's been in the situation. He's been there with me where I've been the young guy of, being a 22-year-old kid and, won everything.
Everybody loves fucking Kyrie Irving. You can't not love him. But in my opinion, right now, the Boston Celtics have taken a step back. It's a team game. Definitely, but he's the focal point. But he has questioned the coach. He's entitled to it. I just don't think he's making the team better. I think that last year, that run that they had in the playoffs, they could have added on to it without Kyrie. I think that team is better when it's full of ball movement, when the scoring is dispersed evenly with Jayson Tatum being the number one scorer and Jaylen Brown being the number two and Terry Rozier being the engine of the team. And I now think that the Boston Celtics, they're a step behind Toronto. And I think inevitably they'll be a step behind the Philadelphia 76ers with another fucking troublemaker, Jimmy Butler. You're a pain in the ass, Jimmy Butler. There, I fucking said it. You're a pain in the fucking ass. You came to Philadelphia, you were a pain in the ass in Philly, and now you're starting shit with the coach in Philadelphia after you just got there. I don't get these guys. It pains me to talk shit about Kyrie, but you gotta hold your fucking head, my man. The world ain't flat, okay? All right, and pass the fucking ball. We all know you could dribble and all that shit. Move the ball. The team made it to the Eastern Conference Finals without your ass last year. If they can't make it to the Eastern Conference Finals this year, you're the problem. Another ball-dazzling, ball wizard, magician with the ball, who inevitably will wind up being a fucking loser, James Harden. James Harden, magical, putting up record-breaking points this season, killing it, doing the damn thing. You're not winning anything. Yes, they could say, well, Capella's out. Chris Paul is out. This guy scored 57 points the other night versus the Brooklyn Nets. You lost. You lost. James Harden has scored 57 or more points in 2 consecutive games. Check this out. 0 of his made shots in those 2 games were assisted. He scored 57 or more points in 2 consecutive games, and none of those points came from him receiving the ball. It's all him. 0 of his made shots in those 2 games were assisted. Not a single one. You're a dribbling circus freak. It's beautiful to watch, but James Harden is playing to win the regular season MVP. That's his goal. I want to win the regular season MVP. He's not even thinking long term. He's not even thinking playoffs. I don't respect that shit. The regular season MVP means jack bone. Who cares that you won the regular season MVP last year? You guys got bumped. Russell Westbrook, the year before, he won the MVP. You got bumped. Would you rather have been James Harden 2 nights ago, scored 57 points, and lost to the Brooklyn Nets in overtime? Or be Steph Curry, scored 41 points, or Kevin Durant scored 30 points and win the game, beat the dog shit out of the New Orleans Pelicans? I can't even believe their name is still the New Orleans Pelicans. I have to pause every time I say it, that there's an NBA team called the New Orleans Pelicans that play in Smoothie King Arena. James Harden, you're not winning anything. You're an incredible one-man show. But the fact that everyone knows, he even mouthed it after a great performance a week ago. I'm the MVP back-to-back. Who cares about the regular season MVP? It's such an unimpressive, overhyped award in sports. And we discuss it. I don't give a fuck about it. Sports media, NBA media, discuss it from the beginning of this. Who's going to win the MVP? Who's the MVP? 1 week of the NBA season has gone by. Who's the MVP so far? Who gives a shit? Who cares? Who wins the chip? James Harden and the Houston Rockets are not winning a championship this year. I don't care how many fucking points you score. I don't care what kind of individual records you break. You're not winning the championship. And it do not mean a thing if you do not have that ring. I'll say it again. It do not mean a thing if you do not got that ring. That championship ring. I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast. We have the championship ring. Okay? Don't forget it. This is champ shit. Adrien Broner, he talks that gang shit. We talk that champ shit. Okay? Segue. We're going to go 10 minutes with Adrien Broner. I'm going to come back and discuss Adrien Broner, and then I'll be back to do my thing. So coming up next, he's fighting on Showtime pay-per-view this Saturday night, January 19th. I will be at the crib watching this, talking shit. Adrien Broner, who I'm rooting for Pacquiao, but I fuck with Broner. He's talented. I'm glad he came on the show because he knows I talk shit about him. He came, he saw, he talked shit right to me. I liked it. Coming up next, Adrien Broner on the I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast, and then I will be back to continue. We have sick fucks, weed is legal in Florida, and so much more. But coming up now, the champion, Adrien Broner. AB, Adrien Broner. How you feeling, my man?
I feel good, man.
All right, but before I get into you and your fight, which I'm very excited about, I don't even know if you're aware of this. Today is Muhammad Ali's birthday.
Uh-huh.
I just ask you, as a fighter, as a fan, I'm sure, what did Muhammad Ali mean to you?
He meant a lot to me. He did a lot for the sport. He stood up for us when he stood up for the African American race when everybody was against us, and you know, he stood his ground, and he turned a new page in boxing. He started a new era in boxing, and you know, I took a lot out of his book, you know, and I learned a lot from him.
All right. Well, I obviously, being a fighter and being an athlete, being a black man, I know everybody's got something to say about Muhammad Ali, so I just wanted to throw that at you. All right. Adrien Broner, about billions. I'm a fan. The problem, I like your shit talking. Listen, you're one of the most talented fighters of the last 20 years, but sometimes I'm like, who's going to show up? Who's going to come to fight? So let me ask you a question. You're fighting Manny Pacquiao, another guy who needs no introduction. Who's coming to fight on Saturday night on Showtime? You and Manny Pacquiao. He's 40 years old. You're 29 years old. Can you beat a 40-year-old Manny Pacquiao, AB?
Of course, man. AB can beat anybody, man. As long as AB is 100%, AB can beat anybody. And January 19th, I will show the whole world. I will shock the world. You know, I'm coming in as the underdog. And, I'm just hungry.
All right. But other things in boxing, because I love your shit talking. Let me throw you a few questions. Top 5 favorite rappers of all time, Adrien Broner.
Top 5 favorite rappers? To be honest, man, I don't give a fuck about rappers. Right now, I'm so locked in, man. I don't care about no rapping right now, man. I don't give a fuck who the best is, back then. I don't care who the best is right now because they damn sure ain't calling me every day to make sure I get up and run. They don't give a fuck if I win or lose. They only fuck with the winner.
This is why I fucking like you. And I wish I could do a podcast with you face to face. All right, about billions. Now, you spend a lot of fucking money. And like I said, I'm a fan. You're out there spending your fucking money. Are you saving? Because the last thing I want to see about billions, ABB, is ever turn out to be being broke. I want the AB to be about as billions. Are you saving your fucking money, my man?
I have smart people around me. I'm grateful to have somebody like Al Heyman that's a mentor to me. I'm grateful to have a mother like the one I got. I was blessed with. And I'm fine. I'm good. I'm straight.
All right, good, because the historically boxers get fucked up, and I want to see you do good, and I want to see you have a good life, and I just think I'm a fan of yours. So getting ready to have this fight with Manny Pacquiao.
Plus, if I ever go broke, I know I could call you for $100,000, right?
Oh yeah, you good, no problem. If you don't give it back to me, I'm gonna fuck you up though, Adrian.
All right.
Hey, so you've been doing this. You're 29, but it seems like you've been in the sport for such a long time. You've been in big fights. You've had your great nights. You've had your nights where it didn't go your way. Do you get nervous at this point? What is your energy before where we're less than 48 hours away from a fight? Where's your head at?
I don't get nervous. I never did. I was made to be here, honestly. There's special guys in the world, and I think I'm one of them. And I'm not worried. I'm not worried at all. I put in the work, and I know that. And I know I'm ready. I'm ready.
You've won 4 different weight divisions, champion multiple weight divisions. What's the weight that you're fighting at Saturday night versus Pacquiao?
147, and after Saturday night, I'll be a 5-time world champion, and I'm here to keep building my career.
What is the difference? Explain for the layman, because when we hear, I'm a fight fan, but when we hear 147, 143, 152, what is the difference for you? Is there a difference? And why is it if you're 147 pounds, is it so much harder to fight at 142 pounds or 153 pounds? Can you break that down for me?
It's a big difference. And to be honest, you'll never understand until you really go through it. If I set you at a weight to fight at and you got to make the weight and diet and eat right. And then the next fight, you got to fight 7 to 10 pounds lighter. You just wouldn't understand it unless you're inside the world. So it's a different culture.
What is your at this point in your life? You're 29. You've stopped growing. When you first started, you were still a kid. What is your preferred weight class? Going forward after Saturday, and I wish you luck. What is your most comfortable weight class at this point in your career?
Any weight class my opponent is comfortable at. It really don't matter. It really don't matter.
And I saw you at the press conference. It was another magical performance. Shit talking. My podcast, I pride myself on being the best shit talker in the podcast business. And I think you're definitely the reigning champion of shit talking. Oh, what about my man Al Bernstein set you off this morning?
And a win would mean so much to you. Explain a little bit on how it is turning the page for you.
I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. I don't fuck with you, bro. I don't fuck with you. You be talking too much shit about me on Twitter, bro. And I'm gonna let you. Yeah,
me?
Yeah, you bitch ass nigga. I'm gonna let you know. And I'm just being real, bro. I just already feel like you against me. So
I'm not against anybody, but this isn't about me. It's about you.
I'd rather Roy Jones or Stephen A. Smith ask me some questions. I don't fuck with you.
Okay, that's fine. So, Adrian, we'll go to some of to your trainer, Kevin Cunningham. Kevin, you talked about the
it's gang. If I don't fuck with you, they don't fuck with you.
Well, I think it's their choice, isn't it?
Man, gang. You know what that means? Gang. Take the L out of lover. It's over, brother.
Well, Kevin, what do you say to all this? He's done. All right.
It really ain't set me up. I'm just the realest, man. And I seen the shit that he be tweeting about. And, I just watch. I watch. I was always told say less and just watch and listen And you know, I've been watching him, and he be sneak dissing and talking shit about me all the time.
But do you think, like, in all due respect, like I met you when Floyd was training for Conor, and you know we were bullshitting around real quick. Do you think that you warrant people to talk shit about you? Because the thing about you that frustrates, I think, fight fans is because we all see your talent. I love the shit talking. I know it's part of the game. I know it's part of your personality. I know that boxing in this day and age, it needs it, especially with a guy like Manny Pacquiao who's not going to say shit. He's not talking shit. You know, he's not from the country. We need you talking shit. But do you think, like, your career, throughout your career, which is, like I said, you're only 29, but you've been rocking for so long, do you think you warrant criticism? And seriously? I
really don't care, honestly.
I love you. I fucking love you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I really don't care. I look at it like this, man. Critics like assholes. Everybody got one, man. So
I like it. I fucking like it, Adrian. Listen, all right, I'm going to ask you another question. Give it to me. In your whole career, what's the most expensive piece of jewelry you've ever purchased?
I bought a bracelet for $500,000.
Jesus Christ. You still have it?
Locked away. I don't wear it every day.
And what's the most expensive car you've ever bought?
The one I just purchased and waiting to come after the fight. A Wraith.
What is it?
A Wraith.
A what?
A Wraith. Rolls Royce.
What the fuck is that?
A Rolls Royce Wraith.
Okay. Listen, I'm a Honda Accord guy. Do you think if you win this fight,
you drive what?
I got a BMW 750. I'm just breaking your balls. Listen, I'm just not a flashy guy, but I respect the fucking hustle. You work your ass off. You see, a lot, you know, I know you're up early. You work your ass off. You deserve it all. I just want to make sure you're keeping it when you're finished fighting, my friend. But you got a long career afterwards. You could be a broadcaster. You could do whatever, but you're only 29 years old, man. You're 29 years old. Like, you're really you're in the prime of your life right now.
You know, I'm just living my dream, man. You know, the situations I've been in and coming from where I come from, you know, if I had a chance to do everything again, I'd do it the same way.
If you had a fight that you could redo out of your only 3 losses, what's the loss that you had is the most frustrating?
All of them, because I don't like to lose. I don't like to lose. I don't even like losing weight, man. I don't like to lose, period. So all of my losses is frustrating, but you know it is what it is, man. And I understand it. I understand myself, and you know, I'm focused. I'm ready.
Do you think you would ever fight Floyd Mayweather?
I don't give a fuck about Floyd right now. I know that's your good friend or whatever, but
I ain't a good friend. He ain't my fucking good friend. I'm asking you, would you fight Floyd? Like, it would be like student versus teacher. You're the younger brother. Would you fight Floyd?
If that ever came across the board, of course. But right now, my main focus is Manny Pacquiao, and then after that, we're gonna go to the drawing board. If you want to bring his old ass out of retirement, come on.
Okay. All right. Listen, Adrian, I know you're getting ready to fight. I know you're zeroing in. I'm gonna let you go. I'm wishing you the best of fucking luck. I hope the best Adrien Broner comes to fight on Saturday night. Like I said, I'm a fan. And, you know, keep kicking ass. And listen, let me just say something. You know, you're blessed with so much fucking talent. And in 10, 11 years, you're going to be an old piece of shit just like Floyd. Enjoy it while you still have it, and cherish it while you still have it, man, because you got all the tools to be one of the greats, my man.
All right, thank you.
And keep talking shit, man, because you make it a lot of fun.
All right, my man.
Good luck Saturday night, champ.
All right, thank you.
All right, I told you Adrien Broner was funny, good shit talker, and I wish him luck. I got Pacquiao. I think Pacquiao rises to the occasion, but like I said the other day, I will not be surprised if Broner not just wins, but knocks him out. I just said it. That's what the fuck I just fucking said. But it's going to be a good fight Saturday night on Showtime. 40-year-old Manny Pacquiao, who needs no introduction, against 4-time world champion Adrien Broner. about billions, sometimes about bullshit, but always entertaining. And I think he's going to be coming to fight. I've been watching it on Showtime's All Access, and I'm ready for rumbling. Which leads me to Florida. Florida has officially announced, I don't know how these things work, but Florida has announced the legalization of medical marijuana. The marijuana flower is going to become legal in motherfucking Florida. What good times, what sick fucks of the week are on the horizon now that Florida is going to be a legal state. Can you listen? This is what I predict. I predict that all the other drugs will become even more rampant out there because that's just the way fucking Florida works. You can buy pot legally. Fuck it. I want more K2. You can buy pot legally. Fuck that. I want more bath salts. I predict in 2020, next year, not this year, in 2020, a guy will be arrested for walking into a legal dispensary and trying to hold it up. And he will not have a gun. He will have an alligator on a fucking leash. That's my prediction. Mark it down. Florida has weed. Segue, the Segue King. Miles Jordan, let me get that sick fuck of the week theme song. Yes, sick fuck of the week is an award that is earned, not given. It is an award that is earned. Oh yes, but it is not given. The first sick fuck of the week, surprise, 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 comes right from the heart of Florida. A Florida teacher was accused of smearing feces. Yes, that's right, a substitute teacher from Sarasota, Florida, smeared shit, human shit. They're not sure if it is her shit. I would bet that it is her shit. She smeared it all over a park before a child's birthday party. Why she did this? What prompted somebody to do this? Who cares? Who cares what her excuse was? Who cares what her mindset was? We don't ask questions for sick fucks of the week. Okay? You've given up the liberty. You've given up any sort of reasoning for anybody to ask questions for you. You smear shit all over the park that you know little kids are going to be having a birthday party at. For what? Who cares? You did it. Lock her up. If you look this woman's picture up, Heather Carpenter of Sarasota, Florida, lo and behold, what do you think she looks like? Bingo. A sick fuck of the week. Lock her up. Lock her down. Keep her in there for a while. Let her cool off. Give her some drug testing. What are you on, crazy lady? K2, bath salts, a cocktail of both. What are you on, nut job? Robert Cronin from Albany, New York, the capital of New York. This piece of shit had sex with an 11-year-old girl. Nothing funny about it. He has been arrested, charged with sexual assault on a child of less than 13 years old, and all these other things. He's going to go to prison. He's going to get raped in his ass. Okay? They're not going to use a Wonder Bread bag. I don't mean to be so graphic, but this is a child molester. This piece of shit, while he's been in court, he told the judge, yes, I did have sex with an 11-year-old who birthed his baby. This is so terrible. Yes, I did have sex with an 11-year-old, but I did not rape her. Well, maybe you're not clear on what rape is. Where you're going, Robert Cronin of Albany, New York, you're going to become very clear with what rape is. You're going to get touched. You're going to get that dry, raw Wonder Bread bag, no olive oil. Lock them up. Have your way with them, fellas. In Queens, one of the 5 boroughs, one of the respected, legitimate 5 boroughs, unlike Staten Island. No disrespect to Shaolin, no disrespect to the Wu-Tang Clan, and no disrespect to the couple, 2-3 things good that have come out of Staten Island. But again, you are not a real legitimate five borough. Okay. Of course, it sounds good, the five boroughs, and we had to throw something in there. You're that thing we threw in there. But in Queens, a scumbag, a creep who allegedly filmed himself having sex with a dog has also been charged with downloading and sharing thousands of child porn images. This piece of shit, Vishal Lowberry, 30 years old, was indicted on child porn plus having sex with a dog and filming it. Why are you fucking a dog? Number one. That's the first question. And why are you filming yourself fucking the dog? Did you want to go back and watch the videotape? To quote the great Warner Wolf, New York City broadcaster, did you want to learn from the videotape? Did you want to watch yourself having sex with a dog and get off on yourself having sex with a dog? This is the kind of mindset of a true blue sick fuck. Not only did you fuck the dog, you filmed yourself fucking the dog. Lock him up. This is everything that is so right yet so wrong about an I Am Rapaport stereo podcast. Sick fuck. Moving on. Back to Florida. Back to Miami. Young lady, I can't even pronounce her first name. De La Joya. I don't know what the fuck her name is. And because she's such a sick fuck, I'm not going to go out of my way to try to figure out the pronunciation of her name. But Miss Brookins, that's her name. She went on a date with a guy, stole his Rolex. Okay? She stole his Rolex while she was on the run. Before she was arrested, she took the Rolex of the guy, an Orlando, Florida businessman, Ramon Diaz. She took the Rolex. At some point before she got arrested, she stuffed it up her vagina to hold it, to hide it. She had a Rolex in her vagina. She was arrested. And instead of saying, listen, I know you guys caught me. I did the crime. I'm about to do the time. But I have a Rolex stuffed up my snapper. She didn't do that. Maybe she thought she would retrieve the Rolex from her vagina after she got in prison. I don't know what. I don't try to get in the mindset of these people. Like I said earlier, I don't try to figure out that mindset because that could bring me down the road of being a sick fuck myself. I'm trying to avoid that. Needless to say, when the young lady was brought into the Miami Springs police department, and then locked up for the jailhouse strip. Now hold your breath here, because they strip you. They do a jailhouse strip. They make you squat. The corrections officers recovered not one, no, not two, nope, not three. 4 watches were stuffed up the woman's vaginal cavity. 4 fucking watches were stuffed up her vagina. This is way out there. Now, you could give yourself lead poisoning. You could shock yourself with that. 4 watches in one vagina. I have to say, we have to follow this case. This woman is way out there. She's a career criminal. She apparently was dazed and fell on the ground when the police were coming after her, maybe because of all the toxicity of the metal of the watches that were stuffed up her vagina. 4 watches were stuffed up her vagina. I know you're probably thinking, this is fake, this is fake. This ain't fake news. Look it up. MiamiHerald.com. Look it up. The woman had 4 watches up her cooter. In Ireland, and I have to give a shout out to my guy El Duque for questioning this, because he said, is this a sick fuck? And I said, yeah, this is not only a sick fuck, this is a dumb fuck. A couple of people sent this in. El Duque, a friend of the I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast, asked a great question. Is this guy a sick fuck? Yes, this guy is in sick fuck. In Ireland, a baffling, mind-blowing, mind-boggling case of a 33-year-old man who has been injecting himself with his own semen intravenously for over a year, who had thought he had developed a cure for his chronic back pain, shockingly ends up in the hospital. This dumb fuck was having back problems. And somehow, some way, he came up with the idea that if he shot himself up with a needle, with his own sperm, this would help the back pain. You dumb, sick fuck you. Do you know what you can do to your system? The corrosion that can cause? He was shooting himself in his forearm with his own sperm. He went to the doctor, found a patch of red swelling on his right forearm. The doctor said, what the fuck? The guy said, oh, I've been injecting myself with my own cum using a hypodermic needle that he purchased online. This is a sick fuck. This is a dumb fuck. And I hope he doesn't wind up a dead fuck. I don't make light of people's life and health unless they're rapists. They should get all they want in prison. This guy's real dumb and real sick. He's in the hospital now. He's got all sorts of diseases, potentially. He's being treated for many antimicrobial things that could have happened. I don't have the big words, but this is real. This is in the Irish Medical Journal. And I don't know who told this guy that was dope. That was the cure-all. You ain't going to cure yourself, Duke, by shooting yourself up with your own nut. That don't work. Stay offline. See, that's that bullshit you get on YouTube. Like you dig into YouTube and somebody goes, I have a cure for back pain. Oh, okay, this sounds good. Is it, I don't know, drink orange juice and stretch? No. What you do is you bust off and then you put it into a hypodermic needle and you shoot it into your forearm. That's going to cure your back pain. See, no, you're a sick fuck of the week. Congratulations. Finally, in Michigan State University, the interim president, who last year, you remember the name Larry Nassar? The guy Larry Nassar who was accused and convicted of multiple sexual assaults, the doctor against the gymnast and the athletes in Michigan State. The sick fuck who is now the interim president of Michigan State said that the victims, some of the victims, are having a blast in the quote, unquote, spotlight. I actually broke rule number 1 of the I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast, and I fact-checked this. But he's basically saying, and I don't want to read the whole quote, but I fact-checked it. He's basically saying that some of these victims are enjoying the attention they are getting after being sexually molested, sexually assaulted by this scumbag Larry Nassar. You, John Engler, Michigan State's interim president, are also a sick fuck. And in my opinion, you should be locked up in the cell with Larry Nassar for saying something like that. You animal, you pig, you turkey neck, fuck you. All right, here we go. I'm excited about this. This is a dope-ass interview with Washington Redskins tight end, the ageless wonder, Vernon Davis. Vernon Davis, remember the Mike Singletary rant?
Vernon just, it was something that I told everybody at the very beginning of the week. I will not tolerate players that think it's about them when it's about the team. And we cannot make decisions that cost the team and then come off the sideline and it's nonchalant. No. You know what? This is how I believe, okay? I'm from the old school. I believe this. I would rather play with 10 people and just get penalized all the way until we got to do something else, rather than play with 11 when I know that right now that person is not sold out to be a part of this team. It is more about them than it is about the team. I cannot play with them, cannot win with them, cannot coach with them, can't do it.
Vernon Davis was the guy that inspired that, and he has come a long, long way in his career. He is now with the Washington Redskins, had a great season this year. Coming up next on the I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast, Vernon Davis gives his playoff predictions this Sunday. Who's going to win, who's going to lose, and why? What he thinks of Patrick Mahomes? What he thinks of Tom Brady? Who the hardest hitters he's ever played against are? His version of that Mike Singletary rant, and so much more with the great, truly great, one of the best to ever do it. That's right, one of the best tight ends to ever do it. Coming up next, my man Vernon Davis on the I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast. All right, today's episode of the I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast is brought to you by Away Luggage, first-class luggage at a Coach price. Away Luggage, I love this product. I use it every single time I travel, whether I'm saving a plane or just chilling on one. I always travel with Away Luggage. This company was founded by two friends from New York who found themselves at JFK with dead phones, delayed flights, and a bright idea. Luggage with power. Why didn't I think of that? I love my Away Luggage. I take it everywhere I go. Carry on for short trips and the big boy large for my longer stays. Away uses high quality materials while offering a much lower price compared to other brands by cutting out the middleman and selling directly to you. And here's the best part. Both sizes of the carry-on are able to charge all cell phones, tablets, e-readers, and anything else that's powered by a USB cord. A single charge of the Away carry-on will charge your iPhone 5 times, okay? So don't worry about your phone dying when you're in the airport or when you're in the air. Away also wants to give you a lifetime warranty. If anything breaks, they will fix it or replace it for you for life. You want to try it out? You should try it out. 100-day trial. Live with it. Vibe with it. Travel with it. Instagram it. And if at any point you decide it's not for you, return it for a full refund. No questions asked. Free shipping on any Away order within the lower 48 states. Carry-on sizes that are complement with all major U.S. airlines while maximizing the amount you can pack. For 20% off a suitcase, visit awaytravel.com. That's awaytravel.com. Use the promo code CHAMP during checkout. That's awaytravel.com. Do not forget to use the promo code CHAMP at checkout. Get Away for the best luggage today. All right, Vernon Davis, I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast, fresh off another season in the NFL, man. How many years have you been in the league?
I've been playing for 13 years, Mike. 13 years.
They counted you out.
They did. They counted me out.
They counted you out, and you keep fucking going.
They tried to count me out.
They tried. They try to count everybody out.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're not trying to count you out, you're really not, you're not countable.
Yep,
but I'm
absolutely.
a fan. I've been a fan of yours.
I appreciate that. Thank you, man.
First and foremost, the NFC, AFC divisional finals, conference finals are coming up this weekend. You played the Saints this year. Mm. You know all these guys. You know, if you didn't play them this year, you played them in the past. Break down these games. Who's going to win these games? What are your predictions? Why? Give it to me. Give me everything.
You know, one team for sure that I think is going to get in, I'm going to have to go with the Saints. And I say that because Drew Brees is on top of his game. He's playing the best football I've ever seen him play.
Why?
But just because he's playing like he's like a madman right now. He's focused, he's poised, he's doing everything the right way.
What do you see, like specifically though? Like, because one thing about football, I'm a fan, these guys are fans, everybody's fans, but it's not like basketball where even with basketball, like if you don't play full court, you could play 3-on-3, you could shoot around, you could have a kind of like, I've done this, I do this. Very few people have actually played any sort of competitive tackle football.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So I think fans could have a better grasp of basketball because we play it, right? You could play it till you're 60, till you're 70. You ain't playing football. What is it that you're seeing specifically about Drew Brees, aside the intensity, but that's made this such a good season for him?
When I look at Drew, I see leadership. I mean, his leadership is few and far between. I mean, it takes a good leader. Just like the guys who've been here before, who was here before Drew, probably came in at the same time, like the Peyton Mannings, Tom Brady, those guys. I mean, those guys are the best you'll ever see, when it comes to playing quarterback in the National Football League. And that's who Drew Brees is. He's that kind of guy. And that's the guy that you want on your team. You want him leading your team because you know that when everything's up against the wall, he's going to pull through and he's going to make the difference.
And what about the rest of the Saints? Like the Kamara, Ingram, Michael Thomas.
Yep.
I mean, they're playing ball. What about that offense that, do you think, because LA's got offense too. So what else is on that offense last week versus Philly,
right?
Kamara, I was like, is he playing? Is he not? He wasn't really a part of, he wasn't doing much. I think that game, I thought they were going to blow them out. But talk to me about the rest of those three guys on the offense.
I mean, all the guys Kamara, Ingram, all those guys. They're overall, they're just a talented football team, and you can't make that up. That's just something. It's there. It's there. It's either there or it's not. And they have it. They have all the tangibles they need to be able to go out and be an effective football team. And their offense just stands out more than LA because of who they have on their side. And we just named a few of those guys. So if they can go out there and execute the same way they've been doing, then, the sky's the limit for them. And they can just go and just take it all. And I believe in them just because who they have offensively. And then their defense comes in and steps up when they need to as well.
People say it's so hard to play in that dome and to win in that dome in New Orleans. Why? What is it about that place? I mean, the fans are crazy. Is it extra loud? What is so hard about winning in that arena?
It's loud. The arena is loud. And then it has this darkness to it that the only way you're able to come out of that stadium with a victory is to be able to just play there multiple week after week. And those guys, they're there week after week. They either have a home game or away game, but they're there most of the time. It's their home, it's their stadium. They know it better than anyone. So when it comes time to play, they're on it. They're on it. It's out of all the stadiums that I played in since I've been playing in the NFL, over the last 13 seasons, that stadium, I have a difficult time locating the ball in that stadium. I don't know what it is when it's in the air. It's something about the lights. It's just, you just lose the ball when you're running a route.
That wasn't the Super Bowl stadium, right? That's not what you guys...
That was the Super Bowl stadium.
All right, we're going to get to that. All right, we're going to get to that.
Same stadium.
Okay, so you got the Saints beating the Rams, and then we got the Chiefs versus the New England Patriots, which somehow, some way, I can't stand the fucking Patriots, but because they were counted out, my tendency is to go with underdogs. I have no stake in it. I'm a Giants fan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I have really no stake in it, but I'm rooting for the Patriots versus the Saints. Who's going to win that game? Talk to me about Patrick Mahomes and what you've seen from that team. I mean, they got a crew.
Kansas City.
They're going to win.
Talking about Kansas City.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, Kansas City. That Mahomes. When I think about this kid, you probably heard this before. It's probably a little cliche, but I just see young Brett Favre and Mahomes. He is so incredible to me. I mean, he's able to make defenders miss. He's able to keep the ball alive, and the way he throws the ball is, it's impeccable. I mean, his skill set is on another level. I mean, he is the future of the NFL. Yeah, you talk about Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Drew Brees, and all those guys, but this guy, we need to put this guy in the discussion right now because he's just the man. He's the man, hands down. He's the man. I give him credit. He's just that guy that we look for on Sundays to see out there on the football field because he's just incredible. Is
it his combination of it's like he could move, but he'll run when he needs to. He kind of has the athleticism. He could stand in the pocket. What is it? What kind of quarterback is it? Because he's not just a running quarterback, and he's not just a pocket. What kind of quarterback is he to you?
He's precise. He's accurate. He's a playmaker.
Right.
Anything that you can think of that describes a guy that can come in and just take over the game, he's that and more. I mean, he can throw the ball. He's accurate. Like I said before, he can keep the ball alive just by scrambling. You think about Russell Wilson,
right?
When it comes to scrambling, he's that, and he can. I mean, it's not like he's a slow runner. He can run. He can run as well. So he's dynamic. He's totally dynamic. He's a great football player.
Is he 22 years old?
I believe he backed up Alex in Kansas City, right?
Right.
So this is what, his second year. Oh, he's 23, 24.
All right. So who do you pick in this game?
Oh, Kansas City.
They're going to beat the
All the way.
Patriots?
Kansas City is going to beat the Patriots.
Why are they going to beat the Patriots?
Because of the guy I just talked about, Mahomes. He's going to be that difference maker for them in this game.
And what talk to me about Tom Brady. You've obviously never played with him. You've watched him. You understand quarterbacks. What the fuck makes Tom Brady so special that the eye can't see?
Tom Brady is the ageless wonder. He's the ageless wonder. Tom is, I don't know, it's one thing to be able to stay in this game a long time and take care of yourself mentally and physically, but he does it year round, year in, year out. He's on top of it. He's taking charge. He's taking control of his empire, his business, and his business is himself. He invests time in himself when it comes to the mental standpoint of the game as well as the physical. And what you see is just a guy who's passionate, who loves the game, who wants to be the best to ever play this game. He just puts the time in, and it's just showing. It's just all evolving for him, and as it has been as long as he's been in the game. But it's just great to see that's just who Tom Brady is.
So barring any injuries, you have the Saints beating the Rams and the Chiefs beating the Patriots. So if that works out the way Vernon Davis is saying, who wins the Super Bowl?
Saints beat the Rams, Chiefs beat the Patriots.
Come on. You're not even putting any money on this. Come on,
what?
man.
I'm going to have to say Saints and Chiefs. Chiefs win.
Wow.
Yes.
Yo, if this dude wins the Super Bowl his first year, I mean, this is crazy.
Hey, serendipity, baby. Serendipity.
Yeah.
He has everything he needs to be able to win the Super Bowl.
I know what you mean.
He's that great.
And there's a flow going.
Great. I talk about him each and every week that I've been playing this game, and I can't help but to talk about this guy.
Okay.
He's so amazing to me.
Out of all the quarterbacks you played against and played with, if you had to bet all the money in the world that you have for one guy to throw you a pass, to hit you in the hands, and you had to bet it all to throw you the perfect pass, out of all the players that you played with during your career or against, you may not have ever caught a pass from, or maybe you caught at Pro Bowls and stuff like that. Who would it be? You have to bet it all. This guy's got to hit me in the hands, small target, across the middle. I need to get. Who would you bet all that on?
I'll have to say Aaron Rodgers. I would love to catch a pass from Aaron Rodgers.
Can you tell? Have you ever played with him, like in
Aaron?
Yeah, or like at Pro Bowls or anything?
I think I saw it. I wasn't on his team, but I played against him.
So you've never actually caught a pass from him?
I don't think I've ever.
But what is it that you can see, that you can tell about the way he throws the ball, that you say that all the money in the bank, you got to catch a pass from one person?
I played against him. I can't think of what year. I think it was 26. It might have been 2014 or 2015 when we played against them at Levi's Stadium when I was playing for the San Francisco 49ers. He had James Jones on his team. James, he was a journeyman. He was going around the league, and then they all of a sudden they picked him up like week 5 or something like that. And James was pretty much the only target he had to work with. I mean, he was just throwing dimes. I mean, he was just so accurate but he's been doing that throughout his career. I mean, it wasn't anything that was new to me from watching him play, but he's another guy that's just super fascinating to me. He does it right all the time. He's the man.
Okay. All right, I want to go back to the beginning of your career. The Mike Singletary. First of all, can you articulate the whole Mike Singletary rant? I'm sure you've heard it. I mean, we've all heard it. I was going to perform it out for you, like as an actor.
When he sent me to the locker room?
But his rant afterwards.
I'd rather play with 10 guys than to play with someone that's all about himself. I want winners. I can't do it. I told Vernon he better off going in and taking a shower. Can't win with him. Can't coach him. I can't do it.
Yo, that was good. That was
Appreciate it,
fucking
Mike.
good.
Round of applause. Round of applause.
That was
round
good.
of applause.
All right, so when I look at your career and that rant, it was like exemplifying old school coach, a young player who was bucking the system. This appears to as a fan. When you look at that situation and all the hoopla that it caused, and you look back at yourself as a young player, what did you take away from that sort of iconic sort of coach, young player, young bull versus the old school dude? I mean, because you would think like this guy's going to be out of the league. He's a fuck up. You know what I mean? And here you are, you're still going. So what did you get from that whole situation as time's passed?
I learned that I learned a valuable lesson, and the lesson that I learned was that as a young guy, you're trying to find your way. You find your way. You can do one or two things. You can either listen or you don't have to listen. And listening is very, very valuable. It's very important. It's definitely important for you to be able to listen to people and not talk. Be fast to listen, because that can take you far. So I listened, and I knew that I had to get better. I had to get better as a person, as a leader. I had to be everything that they brought me there to be, and everything that I knew I could be. I just had to find my way. And by having a guy like Michael Singletary, he helped me to channel my emotions and to be that person that they expected me to be. And once I turned everything around, I changed my life. I changed my attitude. It's all in your attitude. It's all your attitude and your mindset. Once I was able to do that, my career took off. You know, I started to go to Pro Bowls. I was getting all these accolades. I was breaking records, and it was just all starting to make sense to me. My purpose in life, my responsibilities to my team, my responsibilities to my family, and just to people in general in life. In order for me to be this guy who I was meant to be, I have to take coaching. I have to listen. I have to be a good person. Continue to be benevolent no matter what stands in my way. And most importantly, I have to fight through adversity and become this resilient individual that I was meant to be as well.
Dude, when that whole thing, I mean, it was kind of before Twitter was like everything.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Because it could have just manifested itself into even more than it was. When that was going on and you got sent, to the locker room and stuff, are you like thinking, yo, what have I done? Are you like thinking, fuck him? Are you like thinking my career's over? Like, because you're a kid. How old were you?
I was 23.
This is a dramatic thing to happen.
24, yeah.
From like in the whole world. And it's not anything you plan. Like you think, I'm going to go to the NFL, I'm going to kick ass. I'm going to go to the NFL, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. You never would imagine, this is not in the plan. This is not in the dream. So when that all was happening, what was your sort of, like your mindset? Like how scary was that? Because it must have been scary. Like, yo, this has gone off the rails.
Yeah, I was, I'm sitting at home watching this coach. Well, at the time, I felt like he was throwing me under the bus. I was like, wow, my career is turning upside down. What do I do? So, I just had to look myself in the mirror, go in that room and talk to myself and just try to get an understanding and just find an answer for what was going on.
Right.
And it was just one of those moments in life where you just had to, you felt like your back was against the wall and you had to figure it out. But I knew that I couldn't figure it out by myself, so I had to go to that place where I knew where I could, to seek help and where I could get that help, and I found it.
What did you find?
I found the answer. I found the answer through prayer, through meditating, through listening, through seeking the advice from the people who's been there and done it. Just everything that you should do when it comes to just being the best that you could possibly be.
Right. Do you plan on, you got more football in you. Do you plan on, being around football when you go away? And how do you, when you see kids, whether it's with the Broncos or even towards the end with San Francisco or even with the Redskins, when you see younger kids that could fuck themselves out of the league with behavior?
Yeah.
Because you look at like Terrell Owens, I was talking about somebody the other day, Ocho Cinco, like these guys, for various reasons, they fucked themselves out of the league. They didn't get to leave on their own terms. They didn't leave when their bodies broke down.
Yeah.
They left because people were like, you see it all, and they're the most talented ones.
Yeah.
So if you're not as talented as those guys, the leeway and the leash gets shorter. Do you speak to like players if you see somebody like? Do you talk to them?
I try to talk to guys. If I see guys who are hot-headed, who just need some guidance, I try to encourage them through words and just hope for the best. Hope that my words make it far, within their mind. I just hope they take my advice and what I'm telling them and use it for good.
Right. All right. Your run. You were part of a great run with the 49ers. I was rooting for you guys. Obviously, destiny was on the damn Ravens side that year, blah, 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 blah. But when you look back on that season and that run, like, you have perspective on it. Because how many years ago was it now?
That was Super Bowl 47. So that was, it was 2019 now. 7 years ago?
I mean, so much has happened with Harborough, with Ray Lewis is like, now he's like a guy that like kids would be like, who's this old dude? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kaepernick.
Yep.
When you look back at that run with the Niners, what do you think about? Like, I mean, you guys were this close to winning that game.
That was, wow. That was one of those games where you just look back like, wow, we had it. We were close. I mean, we came back. They had us at first, but then we came out after halftime and those lights went out and they came back on. That was our game. We should have. It was there for the taking. We just couldn't capitalize. We didn't execute. So I just felt like it wasn't our time. When I look back at it, I was just like, it just wasn't our time. It just wasn't meant for us. Because if it was, we would have won the game. But you can take the good from it, and the good is we just kept fighting. We kept fighting. Played on a national stage, the biggest stage you can possibly see, and in this sport. But you just take that and just hold on to it and just be proud of it, because you never know. You might not ever get there again.
Right. Because it's so, like when you look at like the Patriots, they just keep, but they're the only ones. Like the Eagles, they thought shit was sweet. Bye-bye. Yep. Every year, Seattle thought shit was sweet. That's over. That game was so crazy. What do you remember about when the lights went out in that Super Bowl?
When the lights went out, I was like, wow, this is crazy. I was just thinking about, the game. Like, when are we going to continue this game? Like, are we going to continue? Are they going? What's going to happen?
What were they telling you?
It was like, everybody just sit back, just relax. We're in the locker room. We just, guys were getting IV bags because they were dehydrated. I mean, I started stretching, just staying focused, because just trying to stay warm mostly, because if you cool down, and you got a high chance of pulling your hamstring or something, just pulling any muscle. But I just tried to just stay, keep myself up, pretty much.
And how long was the delay?
The delay was like 35, 45 minutes?
That's another one that was like, it was Twitter existed, but it didn't exist. Like, if that had happened now on Twitter, you know what I mean? Like, now everything is like social media, especially with sports and like these, like any kind of weird, unusual thing, they were just eating it up.
Oh yeah.
Kaepernick, when like the whole world like was so taken by his talent, that run, it was like he could run, he could throw, sort of like, what's the when they do the 30 for 30 on Colin Kaepernick, you're going to be asked about it because you were right there. You were catching his passes. You were blocking for him. What was Colin Kaepernick like when he got the job as the 49ers quarterback?
I vividly remember him just walking around, he wanted to play so bad. Alex was the starter. Alex Smith, he was the starter then, but Kaepernick wanted to play so bad, and he just wanted a chance. That's all he wanted. So when he got that chance, he gave it all he had, and he didn't look back. He just kept going. And I think we played the Chicago Bears the first game when he actually came out and had he just blew up from out of nowhere. Everyone was trying to figure out, who's this Colin Kaepernick guy, and he was the man. He had so much fame and notoriety so fast.
And when you look at, like, everybody knows his story, the first question is this. I was very vocal on social media when Alex Smith went down again.
Yeah.
And then they start bringing in, I'm like, Mark Sanchez. Like, I'm a fucking Jets fan. I didn't even know this fucking guy's still in the NFL. Like, well, fucking Mark Sanchez. And they start, like this one and that one. I can't remember the guy who wound up playing. He wound up playing pretty good, settled things a little bit for your Redskins this year, who I feel like should have made the playoffs. Colin Kaepernick, do you think, based on what you know, should he be playing football in the NFL right now? Just talent-wise, whether it's second string, third string, fucking Mark Sanchez, who's still in the NFL. You guys gave him a fucking shot this year.
Yeah,
that motherfucker was still playing.
Yeah.
I thought he was done after the fumble.
Yeah. I think in life everyone deserves another chance. Everyone deserves it. I mean, just because of how intricate life can be, right? It's not easy. It's not easy living life. You know,
right?
We make mistakes, we go through things, but there's also systems in place for people who the chance is just not given. You know, depending if you're not,
but not even
if you're not conducting yourself, it's kind of like. I kind of relate life.
It's not like he was a bum. Like his last year, he had some fuck ups. He's thrown, his inaccuracy. But it's like if all else, this is what I was saying with you guys. Like if all else fails, get a guy who could run.
Yeah,
because we know Mark Sanchez can't run.
Yeah. No, I know where you're coming from with that. I mean, it's just some things we just can't understand. We just can't fathom it. It's like, why isn't this guy getting a shot? Why isn't he getting a chance? Right? Then we have to go back and do our research and just kind of just dig deep and see. What is the answer? What's happening? What's going on? But that's something if you ask me, I can't figure it out either.
Right.
I can't figure it out myself. We know what happened. We know what the cause is. What was the catalyst for all of this? And we know that. We know that, first thing. But the problem everyone's trying to figure out is like, what's going on? Why? Is there a wall set up for Colin Kaepernick?
There's got to be a wall.
Is there a wall?
There's a wall. If he can't get a tryout and fucking Mark Sanchez,
we don't know.
There's a fucking wall. I mean, there's so many different things, and the crazy thing is like this story, it's never ending. Like it's been 2 fucking years, and I'm sure you get asked about it because your association with the 49ers,
absolutely.
and then just when I thought it was like over, then today I don't know if you even saw it, like a whole thing about Travis Scott who's performing, and he spoke to, and I'm just like, this is crazy. All right, are you playing with the Redskins next year?
I am. I have 1 more year left on my contract.
Okay, and what do you feel about your Redskins?
I feel
and
great.
What's the deal with Alex Smith? Because what do you know about his injury?
Okay, well, I feel good. First of all, I feel great about the Redskins. I feel like we have a great coach in place that really help us get to where we're trying to go. And then when it comes to Alex Smith, I haven't really heard anything lately. Last time I checked on him, I heard he was okay. He was back home, and everything was working out. He's very comfortable. He's making strides to get better now, so that he can come back and play football.
Good. All right, talk to me about tight ends. I mean, I think that you should be in the Hall of Fame. Like,
I appreciate that.
You're a tight end who would be like, the best receiver, the best catcher of the ball. Well, what is a tight end? Well, and since you even come into the league, like you're not that big of a dude. Like I met Gronkowski, I was like, this guy's like a fucking bodyguard size. Like you're big dude, but you look at some of these dudes, Gronk, Travis Kelce, Zach Ertz. These guys are like they're like goons. You know what I mean? Like, so what is the tight end position now? And explain what a tight end is in terms of just if I never knew anything about football and I understood receiver, running back, what is a tight end?
A tight end is an offensive player who blocks and catches passes. A tight end does all of the grimy work that you're supposed to do, like crack blocks where you come from outside, you motion in, and you might crack on a defensive end or outside linebacker. Just so the running back can get around the corner on an outside run, outside zone play. And that's what we're doing. But the tight end position has evolved tremendously. It started off with these guys who were 6'6", 6'7", 275, 280 pounds back in the day.
They're like fast linemen.
Fast linemen, exactly.
Like athletic
linemen, maybe who weigh maybe weighing a little less.
But they're linemen-ish.
Used to be, yes.
Right.
Now it's evolved to these guys who are around 240 to 255 pounds, right?
How much do you weigh when you're in shape?
I'm 247 pounds.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but it's staying that way. It's been consistent over the years. But then you get a guy like Gronkowski, you get a guy like Ertz or Jimmy Graham, who's 6'8", runs a 4.5, 4.6 40. I mean, now that's freaky.
Yeah,
now that's freaky.
Jimmy Graham's run when he was healthy was This guy was a monster.
Oh, a monster. I mean, I look at those guys. But it's still that mold of tight. The mold of tight ends is still between 250 to 265 pounds. But sometimes you get a freaky athlete like Gronkowski and Jimmy Graham, who's just like all world. But that's the tight end position.
Why has it changed? Like offenses have changed just from your run in the NFL.
Yeah.
Offenses have changed so much, and I think Gronk and Aaron Hernandez made the tight end sort of sexy in a way, to mainstream football fans, because it was two of them, it was the Patriots. Where do you see the tight end position going? Because now they're like the Sean McVay, and they want the young coaches, or these new offenses and all this. Where do you see the evolution of the tight end? And how has it affected your perception of playing the position?
Yeah, so they started off with the tight end. So they figured that, hey, why not get a tight end that can outrun a linebacker and that can do it game in, that game out, and continue to do it, right? So then when that happened, when they started finding these tight ends that could run past linebackers, because back in the day, linebackers could stick with tight ends. Now they're running by linebackers, so they had to get faster linebackers, right? Now they have to go out and put safeties, find a fast linebacker, right? Sometimes you can switch the safety off and put the fast linebacker, but most of the time now you're seeing safeties on tight ends. Then you might have, now if you have a really fast tight end, someone.
Who's a fast tight end now?
Delanie Walker's pretty fast. He's fast.
Still.
Now you might have to put a corner, a safety, but a safety who's a corner, which they call most cases is a nickel, nickel corner when they play with 5 defensive backs, right? You bring that nickel in because an average safety can't run with Delanie.
Right.
So now you have to take that safety out and put a nickel on Delanie because he's faster than your traditional safety.
Now,
right?
are you bigger? Is Delanie bigger than most of the safeties? Physically bigger?
Yeah, he's bigger than the safeties, but he's faster than most tight ends, right? He's faster. So it gets tricky. So if I'm playing Jimmy Graham or Gronkowski, I'll keep my safety in as fast because those guys can really run. But now if I'm playing a Delanie Walker or a Jordan Reed who's super crafty, who can really make you miss at the point of attack, then I'm going to put my nickel guy in there because their feet a lot quicker, and they can keep up with those guys. You see what I'm saying?
I got you.
So now you want to change up. Or you can just keep, if they line out wide, you don't have to send your nickel out there. You can just keep your corner like a Richard Sherman or Josh Norman out there on them. You see what I'm saying?
I got you.
You kind of have to play with the pieces a little bit.
Well, what is Josh Norman's deal? Josh Norman went from being the biggest mouth to now we don't hear anything from Josh Norman. Like, what is Josh Norman like as a teammate? In practice, what makes him good, and why haven't I heard from Josh Norman in the last year?
Well, first of all, Josh Norman is the greatest human being I've ever met in my life. He's very giving. He has a heart of gold. He's just amazing when it comes to being just super benevolent. So I love him for that. And his play, I mean, he's one of the hardest workers on the team. He's the last guy to leave the field after practice is over. And he's been doing it. As far as talking goes, I don't know if that's ever really been his thing. I think.
Was it just the Odell thing?
I think so. I think it was the Odell thing that caused him to just come out and be vocal, because Odell has a tendency to push guys. He push guys. Odell's a great player. He likes to get in guys' heads. I mean, it's okay. He's just being competitive. Completely just competitive guy. But that's football for you. That's why football is so amazing.
All right, your career. Let me throw some career questions at you. When you look back, the first moment when you made it into the NFL, when you're on the field playing, and all your hard work, all your college, all the sweat, all the dreaming, all the laying on the pillow, all the imagining. What is your first memory of oh shit, I'm on the football field with so and so, or I can't believe I made it? What do you have that first memory?
Yo, Mike, I remember. I walked into the locker room. I got drafted. I was on the plane, first thing smoking, San Francisco. I walked into the facility. All I know is I grabbed my helmet and I went to the mirror and I was just putting it on, turning to the side, turn to the right, left, look forward. I was like, wow. I was like, wow, this is crazy. I was like, wow. Then, the very first practice, I'm on the field, I'm looking around, I see Brian Young, I see Walt Harris, I see Frank Gore. I'm like, wow, this is crazy. This is crazy. Epic. wow, I made it. I've arrived.
You remember it?
Yes, I vividly remember, Mike.
What about during a game when you were lining up against someone and like that you remember like, oh shit, there's Ray Lewis or there's, I mean, what do you remember about that?
I was shaking. First game I played was a preseason game against the Oakland Raiders.
Okay.
And Warren Sapp was there. I'm lined up in front of Warren Sapp. He was like, fool, don't look at me. Don't look at me. What you looking at, fool? I was like, you better not touch me either. I was like, oh, whoa. I was like, whoa. I was like, okay, whoa. I'm just freaking out. I'm like, Warren Sapp. I mean, I watched this guy win Super Bowls. I mean, this guy's been like, I mean, he's Hall of Famer. So I'm about to go up against the Hall of Fame. I'm like, what do I do? So I just take off. I just came off the ball as hard as I possibly could and just prayed and, just kept hope alive. I said, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to try to win.
What was your welcome to the NFL moment, like where you like got physically touched by an NFL player, hit, blocked, pushed, or something where you were like, this is grown man shit?
I think the first welcome to the NFL moment was when I got hit by Adrian Wilson. He used to play for the Arizona Cardinals. Oh, he hit me so hard, I walked to their sideline, Mike. That was probably the hardest I've ever been hit.
How did he catch you?
I caught a ball. I was going down the middle, and I caught a ball. He just came from out of nowhere, and just hit me. He hit me so hard. I'm like, wow, I remember that.
Did you catch the ball?
I did.
How does that work when you is it just like luck, concentration, practice, and just all those things happen? Either you catch it.
Yeah, you either catch it or you don't. I mean, it's just, I guess it's like concentration, like anything else. It's just mostly concentration. If you can concentrate doing anything, then you're always going to come through if your level of concentration is high. You know what I mean? That's why they tell you all the time whenever you're performing, you're competing, make sure you're concentrating, make sure you're focused on the task. You know what I mean? You can get it done if the level of concentration and focus is high.
Who was the biggest trash talker in your time in the NFL on the defensive side?
The biggest trash talker in my time? Oh, I'm going to have to go with Joey Porter. Remember him?
Yes.
Whoa, Joey Porter.
What was his style of shit talk?
He would just come out. I mean, I remember one game we played the Miami Dolphins, and, he came out. I said something in the paper. He was talking about the team, and, I said something. I was young at the time, so I said something. He came out in the middle of the field, waving his arm with his shirt. He wears his shirt pulled up under his shoulder pads.
Right.
So I'm like, he came walking up to. He's like, "You been looking for me? What you want? You want some? You want some? You want some? You been looking for me?"
And what's your style? Like, do you get into that? Because like I'm talking to you now, like you're all dressed, you're chill. Like, are you a shit talker?
No, I just play ball, man. I just play ball. I've
early. You say I just play ball.
Early on, I used
I'll
to
do
talk.
some YouTube mic'd up.
No, early on, I used to talk a little bit, but that I found that wasn't my game. It wasn't my game.
It wouldn't bring out the best in you.
Yeah, just go out, just play ball. Just play ball, just make plays, help your teammates, and just go out and execute, pretty much.
Okay. What about Ray Lewis?
Oh, he was intense. He was intense. He was so much. I don't think it was so much of the talking. He was just intense. Everything about his eyes, his play, his ability. I mean, the way he moved around the field, and just he was just electrified.
Who's the defensive player where you not about talking, but where you like, I need to get some rest. I'm playing against these three people throughout your career, like just like three people where you're like, I know tomorrow's going to be a game. And what makes them good?
Ray Lewis,
okay,
was one.
Well, he needs no introduction.
Yeah, Ray Lewis, Trey Poamalu. He was another guy.
Why?
Because he was just always around the ball. Always. I don't know if he was the fastest guy on the team. I don't think he's ever been the fastest guy on the team. I don't know if he's ever even ran like a 4.3 40 or anything like that. He's just had this ability to find the ball, and he was a master at angles. Whenever I can catch like a 5-yard and out route, as soon as I catch the ball, he's right there. And you get frustrated because you're like, how's he getting to me this fast? He's not even the fastest guy on the team. Mm-hmm. But he was just a master at the game. He was creative. He was just very, very, he was an artist.
Okay. And who else? Give me one more.
Another guy? Cam Chancellor.
I was going to
I
throw
say Cam Chancellor. Yeah.
What made him so good?
Cam Chancellor. I mean, out of all the years that I've been playing this game, I watched this kid evolve. I mean, I watched him work. I mean, year after year. When he first came in, he was trying to figure it out. But then when he really grasped the game, I mean, he went to a whole nother level.
So you could notice that playing against him.
Playing against him, because I played against him twice a year. I played against him twice a year, and I just watched him evolve.
What do you make of Pittsburgh? First of all, Le'Veon Bell.
Le'Veon Bell.
We know his talent. What is going to happen with Le'Veon? Like, you're a smart guy. You're a business dude. You're planning for what's going to happen with Le'Veon Bell. Is he going to play football again? Is he going to play football for the Pittsburgh Steelers? Did you think that it was going to be, you ain't playing the whole fucking year? And I know he couldn't have thought that.
Well, now the NFL has turned into it's not like it used to be. Normally guys hold up, they say, "Hey, come on in, and we'll pay you," blah blah blah. But now it's not like that. They feel like now this game is all about RPOs and just getting the ball out quick. And teams feel like if they got guys who can get it done or halfway get it done, they can execute. They got a good quarterback.
Right.
I mean, it's not too much you need. If they had and they probably felt like they had a decent running back, so
they knew
didn't really want to bring him in.
That no one else knew.
Yeah, they just like, hey, we're gonna take a chance. We'll take a chance. If they felt like they had all the answers, I guess. And
if Connor failed, do you think they would have figured it out with Le'Veon? Like if Connor was just a bust, game one, game two, this ain't working.
Yeah, I think there's a possibility because they probably say, hey, we have no choice. We don't have a running back. We gotta bring Le'Veon in. I mean, he's the man. He's a great player. He can help us win games. But like I said before, they're not looking at it that way. They said if we feel like we got enough pieces to get the job done and win this game. We have outstanding wide receivers and Antonio Brown. We have a great quarterback. I mean, our defense is going to step up and do what they got to do. So, well, I don't think there's a need to bring him in. We'll just let him sit out and get him in later.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And how do you think, I mean, listen, you're not a fortune teller. How do you think the situation is going to play with Antonio? And how good is Antonio Brown?
Antonio Brown?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Antonio Brown. He's good. He's really good. He's like amazing. He's incredible.
What makes him so good? That like explain what makes him so good.
First of all,
why you're saying that?
He's explosive. He's
fast,
explosive.
What does that mean?
Explosive means
because I'm gonna tell you something. I'm not explosive or fast.
Okay, so I explain.
No one's ever called me explosive or fast. I've never been mentioned in the subject of explosive or fast.
So explosive is like a cannon. What happens when you light a cannon? It comes out extremely hard and extremely fast, right? I hope I'm saying that the right way for you.
I got you. In a football
sound funny
way.
or weird.
I got you.
You know what I mean? But it comes out extremely fast, extremely hard, and that's just explosive. When he runs from start, from takeoff to just picking up that momentum, I mean, he can do it better than anyone. And as far as being fast, once he takes off and he gets moving, he's gone. And then he's quick. If you have quickness, explosiveness, and you're fast, I mean, that's hard to find, man. You just can't find it.
So have talent will travel. Like it ain't just the system, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown will be Antonio Brown if somebody's throwing him the ball wherever he goes.
He's special. You have some guys are just talented, good, but then there's a handful of guys, not many, that are just special. They come around once in a lifetime.
In the NFL right now, whether it's a running back, you mentioned, obviously, we talked about Patrick Mahomes. On the offensive side, who else are you like, that's a motherfucker right
Odell Beckham Jr., he's special. Mahomes, he's special. Tyreek Hill for Kansas City.
Yo.
He's special.
Video game, right? That looks crazy.
He's special. AJ Green, special. There's quite a few guys. I mean, I can probably keep on going, but yeah, those guys that I just named, they're special.
Now, you played this year with somebody who's been special, the most special, was counted out, and proved us all wrong, Adrian Peterson.
Yeah.
What was it like this year watching him playing with somebody that good? And, I mean, at times, it was like, that's Adrian Peterson.
Yeah, I forgot to mention, he's another guy
He's
late
in a
his
different
career.
stratosphere though, because he's like still playing, but he's like Tom Brady. He's Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he's like Tom Brady, Hall of Fame, but he's another guy that's pretty unique. I mean, he's one of those guys that 9 times out of 10, if he run the ball 10 times, 9 times he's going to like win. He's going to make something amazing happen. He just finds a way. You know, if you can tell AP, he's one of those kind of guys. If we're running to the right and he has to bounce outside, he can start to the right and then bounce left, and he's going to pick up like 15 or 20 yards. I mean, the way when he cuts, he just drops so low. I've never seen someone drop as low as he does when he's running the ball when he's cutting. I mean, it's almost as if his glutes are touching the ground. I mean, when he gets so low. It's impressive. It's the most impressive thing you'll ever see.
There's more in the tank with him, at least one more season?
2 or 3.
Of playing
2 more years at the highest level. The same thing you saw this year, he can do it again for 2 more years.
All right. What are you up to in the offseason? What else are you doing? You're still playing football.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to do when you finish playing football? Whenever that is. And I wish you a long career.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I just right now during the off season I spend time with my acting career and commentating and business building entities. I like doing that. That's a lot of fun.
What kind of businesses? So
I own Jamba Juices. I'm a franchisee with the Jamba Juice out in San Francisco.
Got you.
Tons of real estate. I'm looking to get into the ATM business.
Got you.
Right now, I'm just always. I feel like I'm always doing something. I feel like if I'm gonna spend my time, I have to spend it wisely, and that means getting better. Getting better, being productive, and getting better, adding something to my life.
What gave you this mentality? You don't have no fly shit on. Like, I mean, your suit's probably custom, whatever, but you don't have no jewelry. What gave you this mentality to make money as opposed to spending? I'm sure you live a good life, but like to think Jamba Juices. I'm like, fuck, I want to own a Jamba Juice. ATMs, that sounds like a good fucking business. Who tipped you off to this? What keeps you, how did you get that mentality of that?
Throughout my career, I've always gotten guys come up to me, whether it's teammates or guys that I didn't play with. I mean, it could be a guy that I played with 10 years ago giving me a call. Just, I've gotten calls from those guys asking for things, asking to borrow money and this and that. So that kind of clicked for me, especially early on. I was like, hey, I gotta do something different. Not only do I have to build for myself and my family, but I have to help these guys out. I have to learn and educate myself as much as I possibly can. So, I just spend time, even when I'm at home at night, before I go to bed, I might be online looking up how to get into drop shipping or looking up the stocks and bonds and, just passive assets.
I got you.
Mostly. Just trying to get better, just educating myself so I can help people and just build.
All right, you said your acting career. Who's your favorite actor?
My favorite actor
Give me your top 5.
Top 5. Denzel Washington, The Rock, Tom Cruise.
Okay.
Mekhi Phifer.
Okay.
And I'm going to have to go with, believe it or not, I really like Russell Crowe.
He's dope too.
Yeah, he's dope. Yeah.
So you're serious about wanting to pursue acting?
Yeah, I love it. I think it's fun, man. I love television, entertainment. It's just, what I like mostly about acting? Because it's hard work.
Right.
It's hard work. It's nothing like being able to put your heart and soul into something and look back and be like, I worked so hard to get to where I'm at.
If you were going to act, like you would say, you imagine yourself being an actor like who? Like who could you sort of be like, I want to do work like that? I mean, these guys you just mentioned.
Who works consistent? The Rock, he's working, man. He's working. He's always in the lab, just working, just getting better and just putting the time in, and it comes with the more you do it, the better you'll become. And if it's meant for you, you will be good. There's nothing that can stand in your way or stop you from getting what you deserve.
You know who else told me they want to act? I had him on the podcast, James Harrison. He's going to play bad guy. He's going to be an ass kicker.
Yeah, he's an ass kicker, yeah.
So he was in here. I think we did a little scenes, some Denzel shit. But listen, good luck with the rest of your career. I don't know if it's 2 years, 5 years. Stay healthy, keep kicking ass. I've been a fan. Picked you up in fantasy. I'm a senior fantasy football analyst. I know what I'm talking about. And you've won me games and kicked my ass in fantasy football. So I appreciate it, Vernon.
Oh, I appreciate it, baby.
My man. All right, I want to thank our guest today, Adrien Broner. He's facing Manny Pacquiao on Showtime pay-per-view this Saturday night, January 17th. I cannot wait for that fight. Plus, Vernon Davis. of the Washington Redskins, and you, the motherfucking best fans in the world. Thank you for rocking with us always. We appreciate it. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. This is the I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast. Miles, Jordan, take us out of here with something real nice, something real proper, but most importantly, something real funky.